Keeping it real vintage. First one on this morning. Good morning, my love, and happy Monday. Dee Marie's, welcome in, you guys. This is going to be a fun show. We're working today. It is a Monday. We're going to kick butt. We're going to take names. Good morning, sun. And it's going to be fantastic. I've got fun things to show you guys today that we're going to be taking pictures of. And some of the stuff I just got this weekend. Met this incredible girl on Facebook, and her and I have been making friends. And I have now bought 3 athleisure lots from her, maybe 4. She likes to buy really nice athleisure like Fabletics and Gymshark and Nike. She wears it like a couple times. And then she wants to get new stuff. So I take it and then I sell it. So it's amazing. Just one more chapter. Our amazing mod. Good morning. Kim, thank you for sharing this off. Thrift Craft is here this morning. David is here. Actually, Ash, Pixie Dust Treasures is here, which is fantastic because I have a gift from our amazing friend, Pixie Dust Treasures. I've been holding on to it since Christmas. I've only opened the first couple things because I thought maybe it's something I had ordered on Whatnot, and then I realized that it was a gift. So we're going to go through this together today, so that's going to be fun, and I am very appreciative for this. So, Cool Ace, welcome in. I love your hair in that. That's amazing. Love, welcome in. Good morning. Faithful Eve is here. Ranks, thank you for sharing this out. Faithful, thanks for sharing this too. And Kim, I appreciate you guys sharing it out. So Winters is here as well. Chris, Mel, good morning. Y'all, we got a fun show planned this morning. So for those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Charity, aka Nice Comps. I am a full-time reseller out of the South Austin, Texas area. I have been full-time reselling for over a year now, but before that, I would say we were dabblers, we were part-timers. I was more garage sailing and less selling. And I don't know is anybody here follow us on, I know some of you guys do, but who else in here follows us on social media? So like Instagram or TikTok. Pixie Dust Treasures with the, I knew that was going to go fast. I think we only have one more, you guys. I think we only have one more. Do we have any left? Is that it? There's one. So if you guys want to get in on the sponsored giveaway, so what'll happen is you'll get up on the LED board. There it is. And Thrift Shop gone. So you get up on the board for an entire week, sometimes over a week. And then you also get up on the big LED screen out in the living room when we do our at home. We've got an at home luxury, really nice women's and men's clothing show coming up this week. We also have one of the $1 estate sale shows. Y'all, we auctioned off like real jewelry last week. It started at $1. So some of y'all got some crazy stuff last week. I have gotten so many amazing messages from you guys that have gotten your boxes of stuff from that estate sale that are like, holy shit. I can't believe you're selling this on Whatnot, but why not? Solid State, welcome in. Just one more chapter follows Olive. Okay, so you guys follow. Coley's here, Becca. Thanks, Colace. I appreciate that. Logan is here. Okay, so beyond the shows we got coming up this week, which by the way, if you guys haven't bookmarked our shows yet, I put a whole bunch of more new ones on. We got a pajama party, which y'all, I'm going to get in pajamas. We are going to sit around the fire. We're going to drink cocoa and we're going to auction off plush, including, I think most of it's actually vintage. That's coming up in a couple weeks. Because we've got so many good shows coming up. Anyways, what was I saying? Pixie Dust. ADHD. It is ADHD. I woke up at 5:30 this morning to It's Tiny, it's Tootie, we're all a little loony, and in this cartoony, we're invading your TV. We're comic dispensers, we crack up all the censors. It's Tiny Toon Adventures, it's a dose of comedy. Should she probably take Adderall? Yes. Does she take it? No. So I got up at 5:30 this morning. Oh my goodness. Oh geez, I know. What up, Riz? What up, gangsta? What you doing, my friend? Okay, you guys follow me? Yes, okay. So how many of you guys saw that post we put up? Okay, so right now we are in the middle of this crazy thing. So Justin and I tore the whole house apart. And I don't mean just like a room. We literally tore apart the whole house and we're redoing it. Oh my goodness, we're going to be doing that in a second. So we're redoing our entire house right now. And so I'm finding all this old stuff from when I first started reselling, and I found this little green notebook that I had forgotten about. So if you follow me on social media, either TikTok or Instagram, it's this one right here called My First eBay Sales. Y'all have to watch it. So I found my little binder from my first sales on eBay, from my first Facebook marketplace sales, back when I was just selling stuff, like basically my mom's stuff. Like my mom had passed, so we inherited, a whole house full of stuff. And a lot of it I didn't want to keep because I already have a whole house full of stuff. And so we did auctions with it on we did eBay, and then we also did like a little auction group on Facebook when we were kids at auctions, and then in Facebook Marketplace. And I found it. You guys, I've come so far. The notebook also had like hints and tips in it for how to resell. Like, what is Depop? What do you put on Depop? How do you boost on Depop? What kinds of items go on Poshmark? How do you list on Poshmark? I mean, we're talking like the basics. Back when my son, who is also a reseller, shout out to the Golden Eye, just did an amazing vintage market and killed it in Seattle this weekend. But he's the one that taught me how to do this. Never thought your kid would teach you how to have a career, but my son is awesome and he did. And so I found this notebook, you guys, and I got goosebumps and full body chills from head to toe because it is like seeing how far you've come. This was back in 2023 when I was first starting to do reselling. I mean, I hadn't even listed anything anywhere except for just eBay. And so if you're new and you're new to Whatnot, or you're new to the Bay or Poshy or Depop or Akari May, or you're new to reselling, y'all keep going. You will get so far. I mean, Justin and I have made over $100,000 on eBay now. If you would have told me back, this little reseller, this little tiny baby reseller that didn't even know I'd never had an eBay app. I think we had to start an eBay. I don't even think I had one. If you can go from this to like 100K in sales over the next couple years, will you bust your ass is the question. My answer is hell yeah, because now we're trying to reach 100,000 in a year. So it's just so crazy how far you can come. And so inspiring everyone that does Whatnot right now, I hope, because we also have only been on Whatnot for a year. Now, we are nowhere near crazy huge sellers. We are we're the babies, we're the newbies. We've been on Whatnot for a year, but a lot of those have just been reseller support shows as we kind of grew our community. So I think we've only done maybe like 50 actual auction shows now, which is a lot, I know, but it's still not a ton, right? And so just keep going, because now I think like if I can this was like the God moment. This is like the mom smiling down on me moment, because the other day I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, this is a huge risk going all in with Whatnot. We're going to be bidding on a storage unit tomorrow. Like, these are huge risks that our family's taking doing this, right? And not just doing listing on eBay, which is like the normal, right? Huge, huge, huge things coming up this year. And I just like needed a sign to like just keep going and say F it and just like kick ass. And I found this notebook and I'm like, oh my God, like this notebook is like, you were this baby eBayer that didn't even know what Poshmark was. Like, you didn't know what any of these things were. And you were able to do this much in the last couple years. Think about what will happen if you just keep going and don't stop and just keep pushing through the good shows and the bad shows and the shows where no one shows up and the shows where everyone shows up. Like, y'all, just keep going. So if you need some motivation or something, feel free to check out that video. I know that was a bit of a tangent, but it inspired me, so hopefully it'll inspire. Does that help anybody? I don't know. May, what's going on? Oh, geez, Louise. Good to see you. Ranks, it is a unhealthy dose of caffeine and severe ADHD. So yes, and someone did buy the kids a treat. So let's do it. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. All right, let's take a look. Who is this from? This is from our good friend Solid State. So Solid, you will also be getting the Jack and Sally stickers. So these are the stickers that Justin made. This is the Sally the Meatball and Jack Jack. So you'll also be getting those stickers. I hope you enjoy them. Let's do it. Yes, Pixie, you are up here. You're right here, baby. You're right here. All right, we're going to feed the kids a treat, and then we're going to open Pixie's thing. And then I will, any comments, if I've missed them, I'll get to them. Give me just a second. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Oh my God! Here he is. Here he is. Ready? Let's get over here. Let's go shopping and get this boy a treat. Let's go shopping and give him something sweet. Say thank you, Auntie Solid State. Thank you. And gotta pay the tail tax. Gotta pay the tail tax. That is the Jack Jack. And then we're gonna have one for the missus for the meatball. You ready, missus? Here we go. Let's go shopping and get this girl a treat. Let's go shopping and get her something sweet. See ya? She never pays the tail tax. She just leaves. Okay, that's it, bud. Thanks, guys. Love you. Love you, buddy. Love you, missus. Love you, guys. Thank you so much. I hope that brings you as much joy as it does me. AK Thrift is here. Cindy Lou 92. We love her and she loves you. Cindy Lou 92. Welcome in. My plane's about to take off. AK, have a safe flight. We love you. JLM, welcome in. Oh my gosh. Okay. Locker Lizard, Jackie's here. Lisa, Squeaky, Selby. Good morning, Green Thrifty. Great to see you, my friend. Seeing you starting on TikTok about reselling a year and a half ago has got me back into it. Oh, Coley, that makes me feel so good. I love that. Dude, it's been a short period of time, you guys. Like, what other job can you just like decide you want to do one day and make, a full-time living out of it in a short period of time? You gotta bust your A double money symbols. Maurice is here. God's in the house. Lucky Leo. Sneaking in to say hi. Hey, baby, how are you today? I know she is such a diva. She makes her own choices. Sally's like a cat. She just likes to lounge around and like make her own choices and not come when she's called. So she has so many things to do. For the love of humor, welcome in, Pamela. Good to see you. Okay, guys, we're going to open up this gift from Pixie Dust Treasures. Amazing. I can't wait to see what's in it. And then we are going to work on some pictures and some reselling. We're going to talk reselling. I've got some cool stuff to show you guys today, so it should be fun. Ashley's here. Hello, Tina. Okay, so we got this from our good friend Pixie Dust Treasures. So what we're going to do is we are going to open this up here. Let me move. I'm going to move this stuff here for just a minute, and I'm going to use this chair as like a little table. I have a brand new table we got off of Amazon. I'll let you guys know if I like it or not. That we're going to use for whatnot, so I can have like a little table in front of me. So we are going to try it. I will always give you guys honest reviews on stuff, and then hopefully it'll be something that may help you guys out too. Okay, here we go. So we are going to open up our amazing gifts here from our good friend Pixie Dust Treasures. If you guys aren't following Pixie Dust Treasures, she does reseller support shows. She also does auction shows, and she's just a really nice person. So if you guys, she does, I think, Pixie, are you still doing your show? I think it's on Fridays where you do like a full show on like how to ship on Whatnot, because I think the shipping here on Whatnot, tell me if you guys agree or disagree with this. I think the shipping on Whatnot is probably one of the most intimidating things people say. It's either like, I'm shy on camera, I'm afraid no one's going to come in, fear, or like, I'm afraid I'm going to mess up the shipping. And we definitely have. We ate it so big on a show one time. Like, it just happens. Like, it's kind of how you learn. But I didn't have someone like Pixie at the time. I didn't know her to be able to watch a show like that. So Tuesdays and Thursdays now. So guys, give Pixie Dust Treasures right there a follow. I'll go ahead and pin her in the chat. Go ahead and give her a follow, and then go in and bookmark her shows, especially if you're a Whatnot seller or you're thinking about selling on Whatnot. She's great about answering any and all questions. So definitely give her a follow. BLM, welcome in. Lisa, good to see you. Okay, yeah. Thrift Shop says I agree. Yeah, the shipping on Whatnot is really strange. I mean, I can't be dishonest about this and just be like, oh yeah, it's great, it's fine. Y'all know you're gonna get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth from me. And it is intimidating, and it is a little bonkers, and it is a little weird. Once you get it, you get it, but the getting it can be difficult. So created for you, welcome in. Kim says 100% the hardest part is, but once you get it, it gets easier. Yeah, it gets easier. It's just a matter of like understanding it. And I think the tough part too is everybody sells different items. So it's like if you ask someone that sells hard goods for advice, it's going to be very different than someone that sells clothing or someone that sells electronics or someone that sells sports cards. So it's nice to be able to find other people that are selling stuff kind of like you and then be able to ask them. Okay, so we got this from Pixie Dust. The first thing I saw were these, which is fantastic. I cannot wait to use these. These are amazing. Y'all know I'm a thrifter. Y'all know I'm going to garages. Oh my God, it's huge. Whoa! Look at this bag, you guys. This thing is ginormous. And it's cool. It says eBay on one side, and on the other it says open. You guys think if I go thrifting with this that they'll know I'm a reseller? You think they'll know I'm a reseller if I go thrifting like this? I love it. Hey, when people ask me if I'm a reseller, I'm like, hell yeah, and I'm proud of it. Okay, so we got that. Thank you, Pixie. Next thing we got is in a box, and I don't know what this is, so we're going to find out together. We're going to find out together, and it's going to be an adventure. This is, what is this? What is this? What's in the box? Does anybody have any guesses? What's your guesses? I'm going to see what it is. Okay, I see what it is. What's your guesses? Ready? What are you guys guessing it is? This is something from the eBay Open. Nicole says a head. Whoa, that'd be a square head. That'd be a shrunken head. Chris, welcome in. I know it is a sweet bag. I can give you the aha moment to understand for you. I can give you the aha moment to understand for you. Yes, Pixie, she can for shipping. Yes. The show I watched last night, the shipping was fixed at 9:21. Yes, so that's what we do on our shows. We've got fixed at 9:21. So if it's a newer seller and there's shipping stuff and every single item is 9:21, they probably just don't know how to do the shipping yet. We do 9:21 max shipping on all of our shows. We take the L every once in a while on the shipping, but I think it's worth it. So Broken Bones says for love of humor. No, my God, that's a head and broken bones. What do you guys think Pixie Dust is sending me? Oh my Lord. It's Legos, you guys. So I'm guessing it probably spells eBay or something. That's fun. That's cool. How fun is that? I love that. Ooh, I got a bag. I got toys. Now we're cooking with Crisco. We're gonna have to put that together. Check. No barks. All right, there is that. All right, next up we've got, let's see, what is this? Guesses? What is it? What do you guys think it's gonna be? Let me see. Oh, I see what it is. All right, guesses? What's our guesses on this? This is water bottle. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, and it says open 25. That's amazing because this is all from eBay. Pixie, this is like crazy generous. What is going on here? Thank you so much. That is wonderful, and that will come very much in handy because your girl always forgets to hydrate. Okay, next up we've got, looks like a gift card. A gift card, please and thank you. Y'all know I'll be spending that. An eBay gift card? Holla at your sister. That's incredible. This is wild, you guys. Thank you. Oh my God, that's amazing. All right, next up here, we've got, oh, this one just came out of the box, and I saw what it is, but we're going to go ahead and put it back in. This is cool. This is fun. All right, ready? So we've got, ready? What's it going to be? I'm a seller circle leader. I get all the goodies. Yeah, you do. Holy smokes. This is cool. Check this out. This is a ring light. A ring light so you can like put it on your, where's my phone? Did I already lose it for the day? This is like a little ring light thing so you can put it on your phone for doing videos and stuff. This is awesome. You probably could even use it the other way for like when you're taking like photos, like if you're out and about thrifting and you want to just list something really quick and fast. That's a great thing. This is awesome. This is amazing. Oh my God, this is so crazy. Thank you. This is wild. Oh my gosh, what else is in here, you guys? Oh, looks like we've got, what is this here? Oh, looks like a card. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. Oh, that's really pretty. Look at that, you guys. That's gorgeous. It says, oh, just wanted to say thank you for all you do to help other sellers be their best me. Your positive attitude is always a bright light in our days. Love, Marie, aka Pixie Dust Treasures. Pixie Dust Treasures, thank you so much. That makes me feel really good. I hope that I do help and inspire y'all. I look at it as like giving back to a community that gave me so much and continues to give me so much. So I appreciate that. And then it looks like we've got a couple other little, oh, there's more things in here. Oh my God, Lord. What else is in here? We've got cute little stickers. Oh, look at Posh Fest 2025. Oh my God, these are so great. Look at you. And a bag. Oh, that's neat. Look at that. eBay international shipping. That's rad. Y'all know I sell on that. This is so cool. What a great little tote. This is like a great little tote to be able to take. This is so wonderful. Y'all, thank you so much. Can I get some hearts and love in the chat for our amazing friend Pixie Dust Treasures, who sent me all these great goodies. I appreciate you so much. I mean, my gosh, that is like an overly generous amount of items. So thank you. I appreciate you. You are loved, my dear. You are valued. And thank you, Pixie Dust, for all that you do for this community too. When I think about the number of Whatnot sellers that you have helped over the time that you've been doing Whatnots and doing the reseller support shows, I mean, it's got to be thousands of people. So you are valued and we appreciate you as well. The bag is the best, but the Legos are fun. Yeah, I am really excited about those Legos. So we'll have to put those Legos together. Maybe we'll do like a live and put them together. I'm really bad at directions, so I might need Justin to help me. But NCWIG, welcome in. Trish, it's good to see you. Justin, welcome in. Forecast Finds is here. PSG is here too. Oh my gosh, Beauty Lover. I am so happy to have you guys in here. Okay, so we are going to go over some clothes here. And while we're talking, my hope is if you guys have any questions about reselling, you got questions about Whatnot, or you got questions about the Bay, or sourcing, or pricing, or keywords, or descriptions, or anything, please feel free to ask. I am here to answer questions. If I don't know the answer to it, I'll just tell you I don't know the answer to it. And then hopefully someone in here will be able to answer the question for you. So, okay, Nicole Fu, how the heck are you? I love how supportive this group is, says NCUIG. Agreed. I mean, I don't think there's many jobs out there where you get the kind of support that you do with this. I mean, most of the time it's at competition. So I used to own a hair salon, henceforth these scissors on my hands. And it was not like that with salons. Like, I was always good with sending people to new places, especially because I used to fill up about 6 months ahead of time. So I couldn't take like walk-ins or new clients for many years at the end of my career. And so I would send people to other salons, or I'd refer them to one of the people that worked for me at my shop. And I always thought that that's what you should do. And I guess that's just not what other people do. I've always been like that. I think there's more than enough food for everyone to eat. And I think being able to help other people helps you to learn how to be not just a better human, but a better reseller. And that is, that's just what I think. So Barry Barr, welcome in. Good to see you. I agree too. Okay. All right. So we're going to go over some clothes. Some of this is some athleisure I just got this weekend. So like I said, I've got a gal I met on Facebook. I buy athleisure from her every couple months. It's usually Gymshark, Nike, Fabletics, a little bit of all that. So a little pair of purple Nike sweats. I'm trying to get through all of my leftover winter clothing. So one of the things we did this weekend, and y'all, when I say I tore my house apart. I am not kidding you. You guys are going to get over on social media. You guys are going to get videos and pictures and everything. We moved the shipping station out to the garage. My office is now a back lot for inventory and office. And then this is just the photo room. We've moved whatnot stuff into the living room, so it's going to have its own corner. We're rearranging all the furniture. We went through every scrap of paper, every bucket. Justin is organizing all the screws and all of the man tool stuff that's out in the garage and getting it all hung up. Like, we are really trying to get things streamlined because I just had like a breaking moment. Does anybody have breaking moments in here? I had a breaking moment, like, I don't know, maybe like a week and a half ago. And it was like, we couldn't find an item we sold. It was just this stupid little Apple TV thing with a remote, and we couldn't find it. And I had this, I was like, that is fucking it. We are redoing this whole house because everything's been like, we've been moving so fast and selling so much and doing so much that we just hadn't had a chance to like stop and like organize and like make things be a business. It's all just been kind of haphazard. So now the garage has its own area for our consigners. We got people that are sending us stuff, and then we run it on Whatnot. So we've got a whole area for consigners now. Like, everything is just like uber major organized. We're like 70% of the way there. We still have a little bit left to do, but it feels really good. But we have been doing it 12 hours a day, over like close to 12 hours a day for 4 days now. I guess it's been 4 days now of doing this, which is great. I've been getting up really, really early in the morning to get my listings done, and then just hammering all day. So let's take a look here. Let's see. I missed a couple things almost daily, says Izzy. You guys get it. Yes, I'm overwhelmed right now. Everybody take a deep breath. Ready? Let's all do this. It's Monday. Superwoman or Superman pose. We got this. I'm all about the Superman or Superwoman pose. I do this before every single one of my Whatnot shows. I do red leather, yellow leather. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. I do that before every single one of my shows. Deals by Nelly. Forecast says, not sure how share your show works. When I click on it, random people pop up and share with. Can you explain how best to do that? Yeah, so Forecast, when you guys click, everybody click the share button that's right here. Go ahead and click that share button, and you'll see a whole bunch of names pop up and then a place for you to write something. The reason those names pop up, or those are the people that you have interacted with the most recently. So those are your normal people that you watch, or normal people that comment on your shows. Sometimes you'll get new people in there, and you can go ahead and share it to those people. You can only do 5 at a time. And then I always write a little message like, hey, this is a friend of mine. She's doing a kids show or something. I usually include a little message with it. Now, if you don't want to do those 5 people, you can select other people in there. So if you click share, there's a place for you to, like, if you scroll over to the right, you should see a little area that allows you to like type in a name. Now, that being said, Whatnot just did an update. Y'all might notice your screens look a little bit different. Those of you that are on Apple devices, you'll notice your thing is shrunk and your background is now your stock image that you have for your screensaver. So with that being said, every time there's an update, things might get weird, things might change, but as of this moment, that's what you do. So Ken, welcome in. D, good to see you. For love of humor, did you answer my question? For love, why don't you ask it? Otherwise I might have to scroll up too much. Yeah, I'm like overwhelmed. I just sit in the couch instead of doing something. NC Wig, do you have ADHD like me? That's called ADHD paralysis. And it happens. And that's what was happening around my house. I was so overwhelmed. My son actually was the first one to see it. My son knows me better than anyone. I mean, so does Justin, but my son knows me, we've been together for his whole life, and he's an adult now. And I won't tell you how old he is, because then you'll be like, you're so old. But we were out in the garage, and we were looking at all the stuff I had to list and just the chaos. And he was like, Mom, and he put his hand, because he's really tall, put his hand on my shoulder, and he's like, you'll get this. You just need to get organized. And I'm like, yep. So I sent him photos of like the beginning of the organization. I'll give you guys a sneak preview if you want, of just some of the areas. So I know this doesn't look like much to anybody else, but just having an organized turn thing has been amazing. Organizing all of the little things into containers, so they're not just in drawers all over the place. Or here is my desk now. That's the most organized desk I've ever had in my life. So there's me watching football. That's my closet in my office now, which if you guys could see what this looks like about, I don't know, 5 days ago, you would have had an anxiety attack. So that's what we've been working on, and it feels really, really good. And I went through all of my backstock inventory and separated summer, fall, and winter. So, does WN have a policy regarding listing items on other platforms? No, you can list anywhere you want for Love of Humor. You just have to be careful about talking about those platforms during your shows. So you'll notice when I do these reseller support shows, I'm not quite as worried about it just because I'm not selling anything. I'm not auctioning anything. It's in the community category. But if you're doing a t-shirt show and you're selling men's t-shirts, you want to say things like, if someone says, well, do you have a Bad Bunny t-shirt? And you're like, well, I don't have a Bad Bunny t-shirt on this platform. But if you were to find me on other platforms, like this is what I call them, the Bay, which is obviously eBay, Urkari May is what I call it, Pashi, and the Depoppers. Now, you can call it whatever you want to, but I make sure that I say those words during my shows. And then I just always say you can find me on all those platforms. Just look for nice comps is usually what I do. Just you want to just be a little careful with that. So I hope that makes sense. You're so welcome. Shopper, welcome in. Mom's buying more shite. Good morning, my love. I hope you and all of your family are doing well. Catberry, welcome in. And thanks, Beauty. I appreciate that. Jarhead says, yes, I bought a few organizing items for my desk. It's such a difference. It's one of those things. It's I love being organized, but it's the hardest thing for me to do. I'm neurodivergent. I'm spicy. I got the 80s. And I start a project and I don't complete it. Guilty. Anybody else in here? And so this one is like, we're going to complete it. And it feels really good. I just have to keep going. Just keep going until it's all done. Like I even organized underneath the sink cabinets. I organized my laundry room closet. Like things that, guys, it was so unorganized. Things were just falling off the shelves constantly. I'd open up the closet where the vacuum is and things would just fall out. And then I would like do this. Please tell me there's someone else. Please, I don't want to be alone. That takes your foot and like shoves things back in the closet and then just closes it. Like that's the situation that was happening. So, thanks, Mel. Yeah, I got the tap from the kid. It's okay, Mom. You're going to be okay. And he also loves organization, loves it. Only kid in the world that always had a perfectly cleaned room. I didn't have to worry about his room being messy. Everything had its place. He's a very organized person. And he does not have the disorganized part like I do. And he knows how good it feels when that happens. And so when I sent him a picture of that, he said, just looking at that photo gives me peace. And I'm like, yes, absolutely. I'm team ADHD/procrastination. Dude, holler, Jarhead. You and I both. Edibles help with my ADHD and anxiety. Idaho flippers, I wish it did for me. It doesn't. Like, I have tried it and I just get weird. And I think it's got something to do with my neurodivergency or something like that. Like I get weird. Like I can't do anything. I'm just like this. Like nothing feels real. And I've tried many different kinds. It's just, I can do like CBD to sleep at night if I'm having a really hard time sleeping, but otherwise, like, I mean, I'm so intolerant to medications. Like, if I go to take a painkiller, like when I had my knee surgery and stuff, I would like nibble the corner of a piece off because otherwise I just get so weird and paranoid and like I feel crazy. And I was just told by my physician that it's just in the way that my brain is wired. And so but I wish that worked for me. I wish it worked for me. So yeah, I get to the point where the clutter's too much time to organize. How important is putting women's or men's in the title? Mel, are you talking about for your listings over on like the Bay? Or are you talking about like, I'm assuming you mean like the Bay, Poshy, so on and so forth, but go ahead and let me know. Did we have a Vyvanse weekend charity? I don't know what that means. Yeah, weird is good. Paranoid and feeling insane and going into paralysis mode does not. Yeah, for love that that's the thing. It's just not. Hey guys, I used to do marketing for a cannabis delivery company. Justin ran that company for years. Like, I get it. I'm all for it. Like, it's just for me, it does not, we just, something with the brain, something with the spicy brain. I can't hang. Like, I don't even really like being drunk either. So, I mean, that's just me. I'm already, I'm already insane enough. I'm already like this all the time. I'm so scared of elbow. I think I'm weird too. Hey, you don't know until you try it. The Bay. Okay. So the Bay, Mel. Here's my rule with putting men's or women's in the title. If there's, I'm going to answer this a couple different parts. If there's a chance that someone could interpret the clothing as women's and it's juniors, like especially like old 90s pants, I'll put juniors up in the title. Like, let's clarify that. If someone may think it's juniors because it's small, but it's women's, I will definitely put women's up top. But if it's like a men's Nike dry fit button up polo, I don't think anyone's gonna really think it's a women's, unless it's a size small. So if it's really small, I may clarify that it's a men's. If it's a Nike dry fit women's shirt, I may put women's in the title because men are going to think it's women's. So I judge it really depending on the item. If I've got a pair of these and these are women's, I need to put women's in the title because the women's Nike and the men's Nike sweatpants look so much alike. But if I have a shift dress, if I'm putting a Free People dress or a nice little shift dress, little Calvin Klein dress up, if I'm putting something like that up, I don't need to put women's. No one's going to think it's men's, right? So I usually only do it as like a clarifier. Does that make sense to everybody? Thumbs up if it does, thumbs down if it doesn't. If that makes sense, just, let me know. Let me get that just a second. So I hope that makes sense. Coley says I can't have Benadryl. I bounce off the walls. You know what's funny, Coley? I used to be like that. So I used to not be able to take Benadryl for my allergies and stuff. Every once in a while I'll have allergies. Something has changed like in the last like 5 or 6 years and I can take it now and I don't get like super crazy. But my whole life when I was younger, that's how it was like for Benadryl too. For love of humor, great idea. I have my lungs are super, super tiny. I have asthma. My lungs are this small. My lungs were very incredibly premature. My mom smoked heavily when she was pregnant with me. No shade on mom, it is what it is. But I run out of breath really easily, which I know that sounds crazy, but I have inhalers like all over this room. I have inhalers all over my house. So, I can't be like at a bonfire. Bonfires destroy me. If there's like fires, like we were in, Colorado when there was really bad fires one time and we were staying at a friend's house. I had to leave. Like I can't breathe. So I'm always a little leery about that. So, TC Funk, welcome in. Yeah, Riz says straight edge. I mean, I like a cocktail. I do like a fancy cocktail. I like a cider from time to time. Cool. Wasn't sure if the category would help. Yeah. The category does. I usually only put it up there though, really as like, if I want someone to know it's men's or know it's women's, that's when I'll do it. Mainly stitched. Didn't they have unisex? And they do. Yeah. So love of humor. There's also unisex. If it's unisex pants or a unisex shirt, I will always list it as a men's because the chances a man is going to purchase that item versus a woman. If it's a woman and she likes to wear men's clothes, like I wear men's t-shirts. This is like one of the only women's items I wear, these Duluth overalls. Otherwise, I usually buy guy stuff. And so I'm always searching into the guy stuff. But I think more women search in the guy stuff for like comfortable clothes than men searching in the women's clothes unless they're looking for a more feminine look. I just think that scale is tipped a little bit as more women looking for men's stuff. So TL, welcome in. God, girl, good to see you, my friend. That guy buys. Good to see you. Yeah, so Chip, welcome in. Okay, so we're still going here. Another little pair of athleisure. Guys, I got here little brown pair of sweats. And what I like to do too, when I'm doing this stuff, is I will photograph this stuff any of these Nike sweatpants I have, I want to do them kind of up at the same time, because that way I already have my keywords pulled up. So I can just copy and paste them from the last listing into this listing. So it's all about those little things that save you time. So like when you're doing your listings, what I would suggest doing is like do all your t-shirts kind of at the same time. Do your pants at the same time. Do your dresses at the same time. That way you're kind of already in that mode. I know it's fun to have the variety, but if you have things that are alike up, when you go to list them, if whether you're doing sell similar because you're listing on eBay, or you're doing what we do, we list on Nifty, which is our cross listing software that we use, and that lists all the other places for us. Then I have my keywords pulled up on my computer on one side. I've got my listing stuff I do on the other side of my computer. That way they're already like highlighted, right? So like for instance, for my keywords, and a lot of you, I hope people aren't lost here. So let me backtrack. We use keywords in our listings. Keywords are absolutely crucial. If you are not using keywords in today's day and age, AI cannot find your listings as easily. We are past the era of just the hashtag. You got to use keywords in your descriptions. I will die on this hill. This is a 100% true statement. Anyone that was at the eBay Open can probably attest that this is true. You got to have keywords in your listings. So for these ones here, my keywords, I'm going to be using in our master keywords list, I'm going to be using the streetwear keywords. I'm also going to be using the school ones like academia, university, so on and so forth. I'm going to be using those. And then I'm also going to be using all the preppy keywords. So I think we're up. I have a keyword too. Justin's adding in. Thanks to Mary actually suggested this, to put secretary in the career core category. So if you guys don't have this master, who has the master keywords list that's in here? I know some of you guys do. If you don't have this yet, once you buy it, you get it forever. It's keywords. It's like 500 keywords for you to put in your listings to be able to sell stuff faster. So I know Mel uses it all the time for Love of Humor. Yeah, I know you guys use it a lot. So there's that master keywords list if you guys want to get that. I like to explain that. Otherwise, I feel like people get a little bit lost. So there's that. Also, if you guys have not rang that bell on this listing yet, you should, if you want to get notified when we go live. Otherwise, what happens is you won't know that we're live because of the fact that we're a smaller seller. So using it now to figure out a snake print dress. So Mel, make sure you use the mob wife. So anything animal print should always have the mob wife in there. You should also be using the biker. So anything animal print gets the mob wife and that, all of that, and then the snake skin. You can also, depending on the look of it, also use retro vintage vibes as well. I haven't used it yet because this ADHD paralysis, dude. I get you. Guys, I had y'all ask for that keywords list for a year before I put it together. So it takes time. Next thing we got here is this coat. And this thing is going to be an absolute fire piece. Let's get this tag off here. This is going to do very well. So this is a parka, a vintage. If Riz is in here, Riz is going to die right now. This is a vintage parka, the actual parka brand. This is in a medium, and this is in just amazing condition. It's got all this quilting inside. It's got the big, huge, giant, crazy, massive zipper. Let me show you here. Look at the zipper. Look at the zipper, y'all. Look at that thing. This jacket's a thing of beauty. This is a thing of beauty. I wish I would have been able to get this listed earlier this year, but with the zipper up top and everything, this is a beautiful piece. This is a very, 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 very expensive jacket. So I know, Riz, can you believe this one? Gorgeous. Look at the quilting inside there. Look at how nice it is. Just beautiful. Beautiful. Pretty, pretty jacket. Now for these jackets, one of the things I like to use is these wide shouldered hangers. If y'all don't have these yet, you can find them pretty much anywhere online. We get ours from Amazon. What's really nice about these is that it pops the shoulders out, because otherwise what happens is when you go to hang something like this, if the shoulder isn't wide and it's just hanging on a little tiny hanger, it'll look like this. It'll look like measly rather than having like a nice fit. See how nice that looks? How that line goes down like that, rather than just looking like, frumpy. because it would just look like that. So if you want to get these, I mean, like I said, I think you can get them pretty much anywhere. I believe Justin's in the garage right now, or I'd ask him, but I believe that if you guys make this image big and then screenshot it, you should be able to follow it from the photos in your phone and then go over and find it. I think we have them in our Amazon list. You might be able to find them on TikTok and stuff too. I'm not sure, but you want to find the wide shouldered ones. It makes a huge, 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 huge difference. Mega big difference. It's worth the money. And you don't have to get a ton of them. I think they come in a pack of like 6 or 8 or something like that. But it just makes your jackets look completely different. So picked up that one. Then we picked up this little piece. This is probably, I would say this probably comps for right around 130-ish, I would say. Beautiful little rag and bone. This is their military release jacket. And again, I want to make sure I put it on the wide shouldered hangers. And then rather than zipping this up right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this open, get pictures of the inside first, then zip it, get pictures of the outside. That way I'm not zipping and unzipping, zipping and unzipping, zipping and unzipping. Question: has anyone else noticed prices of items showing up in the lens or upon researching items are cheaper than they should be? So, love of humor. That's a great question, and I'll tell you why that happens. So, Google Lens works off of what is out there right now. When you Google Lens image something and it pulls it. So let's say that I Google image. I'm gonna try to not make this complicated. If I Google image this cup, it is going to pull up this cup, right? But it could be pulling up this cup from 2 years ago. And the price of this cup 2 years ago is going to be a different price than it is now. So you can't always trust the product price on Google Lens. You're better off taking that item, finding out what it is on Google Lens, and then going over into eBay, going into your sold comps and looking and seeing what this cup is selling for right now. Because it may be cheaper. It may have been a $30 cup 2 years ago, and now it's a $12 cup. So you can't trust the pricing on Google Lens. I would never base any of my, maybe a year ago I would have, but now you can't do that. Google Lens has been out for long enough. It's finding old listings. Don't trust it. You want to make sure you're looking at actual sold comps. Yeah, top of the morning to you, Adamus. What are you doing, my friend? Adamus, guess what I just bought? You are like one of the only people in here that can probably appreciate this. But so NoFX, which you know is one of my favorite bands, came out with a movie. It's called 40 Years of Fucking Up. And it's all about like all of the craziness of 40 years of their band being together. And it's only getting released like in they're doing the premiere release in like 3 cities around the country. One of them is Austin at South by Southwest. So I just got tickets yesterday to go to that in March. So I'll be able to sit in a theater with all of with all these NoFX fans watching this movie, and it's going to be like one of the only times it's premiered. So I am so freaking excited. I cannot wait. Creds, welcome in. Good to see you. Cred says we brought adapters for regular hangers from IKEA. There you go. Do they make those, Creds? They make actual adapters for like these and make like shoulder ones. That's fantastic. If they have those, guys, check those out. Swifties here. Hello, my love. Ellie, good to see you. Trisha sells the big hanger. Yes. So mine is out in the garage, but I have this huge hanger that Trisha right here, Trisha's Trove of Treasures. If you guys are looking for a really big hanger for your 2X and your 3X, it's the only hanger I'll recommend for that. She only makes a certain amount of them because they hand make them, but you guys can find her on social media. Stacy, good to see you. You're so welcome. I'm happy that helps. I know. I'm super excited. Yeah, I just Google Lens to find out the style name. Exactly. I know, right? I know. Alabama. I wanted to tell you, Alabama, I caught you on a live for like 1.2 seconds because y'all know I don't spend a whole lot of time over on TikTokies. I'm mainly over here. But I was on there and you guys were doing like your flipping morning crew thing. Your hair is freaking fire. It looks so good. Y'all, if you want to see her hair, you guys got to go over to the TikTok. You got to find her. And then go in the morning when they do their lives. It's like purple and white. And like, it's like, it's a heater. It's so cute. Taylor, welcome in. I'm so happy you're here, Thrifty Swifty. Yeah, that movie's going to be epic. I knew Riz appreciate it too. It's going to be so good. Like, it's definitely taboo, and it's not something that I think is going to be online, because a lot of it's going to be like, I mean, y'all, don't maybe research it, but NoFX is not exactly an appropriate band. It's one of my favorite bands because I like inappropriate, but it's definitely going to be interesting. You were welcome. Okay. Next thing we've got is some more Nike. So like I said, I'm going to do all of these at the same time, because then I've got my keywords pulled up and I only have to copy and paste them once. So here is that. And then what do we got next? Next up, we've got a sweatshirt. Oh my God, this is amazing. I forgot I had this one. Look at this. Yo, the ultimate granny sweater. The ultimate. Look at this thing. Is this not amazing? And it's on the old jerseys tag. Look at that. Oh, God. Man, I love touching this vintage clothing. It's just, I don't know. There's something about it that just makes my heart so happy to touch it. So 90s grandmas were built different. Absolutely, dude. They're hardcore. Their 90s grandmas were hardcore. I love inappropriate. Well, for love of humor, if you like inappropriate music, don't hate me or judge me by this, but you'll have to go look up NoFX. It's NoFX. I'm not telling y'all, everyone, if you don't like inappropriate, taboo, and totally insane, you're not gonna like it. But I love all that stuff. So tell my mom she's a soft grandma all the time. She agrees. That's funny. No, yeah, 90s grandmas, dude, they did not mess around. Like, you're doing what you need to do. So we got a little Reebok classic, super cute little Reebok label there. And let's see. This is obviously going to feel, it feels newer. 2018. So 2018 is like about my cutoff, where I'm like, where I feel the clothes. So like, I feel this sweatshirt and it's fine. I feel this one, this grandma one, and you can just feel the quality difference in the two. In the newer stuff, you're going to have a lot of polyester rayon. You're going to have a lot of acrylic and stuff like that. But 2018, I don't know, maybe Riz knows this, but there's got to be like something magic that happened in 2018. Maybe it's like Shein and Temu came onto the front or something. I don't know what happened, but it's like I can look at a 2017 or 2018 at the oldest piece, and then look at like a 2020 piece, and it's like totally different. I don't know if it's because of the COVIDs or what happened in that time, but like everything changed in the textile manufacturing and it just became different. So I'm not sure why. No judgment here. Perfect. Okay. Next up, we've got a cool little vintage Nike piece. This is a great little piece. This is a little Texas piece. And I think it's got a spot on it, but that's okay. This is going to be, let's see, the tag is hella faded, but I'm trying to see. I know she's weird. She smells clothes. Sometimes I can tell the year by the smell. It's like the sound. Let's take a look here. It's got to be like an early, yeah, it's like an early Y2K. So we've got here's our Nike tag. There's our Nike guy here, older Pakistan. And then here is a Texas. Got a little Texas guy. So it has, unfortunately, it does have a little light spot down here, but it'll still sell just based on the era. And I think we'll put this one, we may put this on a big hanger too, just so the corners pop out. They're more worried about quality rather than quantity. I feel the garments used to be made to last. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's for sure. Even old Wish clothes I have from the 2015, they're still nice. Yeah, 2015 was still good. 2015 was still good. The Fierce Girl Collective, welcome in. Sublimation printing was introduced in that time. That makes sense. Okay. That makes sense then. Yeah, because now it's like, I mean, if you guys go to a department store now and you go through and you feel a lot of the stuff, that's why you guys hear me talk so much about selling like wool. I'm always preaching about viscose. I'm always preaching about you know, cashmeres and cottons and not cotton blends. You gotta be careful. I'm always looking at that stuff now because those garments, they still make them, but even the cashmere, some of the cashmere is like super cheap now. So you just gotta, you just gotta feel it. The best advice I can probably ever give you as a reseller is actually some of the reselling advice I got when I first started. People like Riz and other people that really know materials said, start going to stores and just go to the mall, go to the store, just walk through and feel the clothing and wear something that you know is good quality. So wear like a really nice cotton shirt, maybe or like a little wool vest, something that feels good. And what you can do is you can feel the material and then feel what you're wearing and start to learn what that feels like. Because now when I'm at the thrift store, one of the reasons I can go through thrift stores so quickly now is I can take my fingers and I just scroll through clothing until I feel something that feels good. And then I look at it. And then there's other brands where you can just tell by the feel of it what it is. Like Johnny Was feels a certain way. Like I don't know how to describe it, but it does. Free People feels a certain way. Viore feels a certain way. That's the same thing with materials. So like wool feels obviously a certain way, but like I can feel a sweater and tell now if it's actually cashmere or if it's like acrylic fibers to look like cashmere. Also, when you're at the store, one of the other things you can start noticing is when you're looking at the clothing, look for pilling. And you're going to be shocked. Go to Ross, for instance, and look through the clothes, and you will see on the sweaters the pilling that's already happening because of the elastic, because of the acrylic and the poly and the nylon blends that they're using and the acetate that they're using, it's already pilling. And so you're not going to get as many washes out of that. Now, do I still resell that stuff? Yeah, especially if I'm doing a whatnot show or stuff, because I would rather resell it to someone that's going to use it than have it end up in a landfill. Y'all probably saw my video the other day about Goodwill. If you're on my social media, you probably saw it about the statistics about Goodwill and how much clothing is going into the landfills right now. It is going to be in the next 10 years, it'll be our biggest pollutant on the planet, old clothing. And unfortunately, until we have an administration, I'm not going to try to get too political here, but unfortunately, until we have an administration that puts a stop to allowing the kinds of clothing manufacturing that's happening coming in, we're just going to end up with this problem and it's going to continue to be worse, which is why I think reselling is so vital and great right now, especially like in this era, because we are able to get things, good quality items that will wash forever back into people's hands. And that just makes me very, very happy. So Madison, great to see you. If you want to be sad looking into the clothing landfill in Kenya, yeah, it's devastating. It's not just Kenya either. It's everywhere, folks. It's wild. My husband is such an example. He is someone different than the scamdemic and CERN finding the parallel universe. Rebecca, welcome to the party. Great to see you. You can call me Meemaw. Okay, Meemaw. My sensory haze polyester. I hear that. I know what you're saying. Yeah, the pilling is crazy. Fabrics hold frequency. You're not supposed to mix certain materials too, and that is true. One of the other things, sublimation changed everything because sub ink dyes won't bond to natural fibers, which is crazy. So one of the other things I saw, which this is like, I mean, we're not gonna try to get too crazy today, right? But I saw this Atlanta Kids. Hey baby, how are you? Thrifting Hippies is here as well. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. One of the other things, I was watching this video on what some of the fabrics, like especially the cheap brands, so like Nobo, Time and True, like the stuff you're getting out of Wally World, the stuff you're getting out of Target, obviously Sheen, Timu Clothing, Nova, H&M, although H&M's trying to do better, but they're still on the list. The fabric that they're putting in, especially the fibers they're putting together, when those two chemicals touch, it creates like a chemical reaction, and we're wearing it all day and we're sweating in it and we're wearing it on our bodies. And they're saying, and I mean, I'm not a scientist, but they're saying that those toxins are getting into our pores and we're seeing issues from that. So I mean, I think that's why everyone's so crazy about trying to wear just cotton stuff or just linen, and wearing vintage clothing because you don't have to worry about that back then. So yeah, it's so crazy. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Can't understand why we don't use them for insulation and roof materials. Yeah, I mean, they won't burn. We don't have to worry about that coming out in a fire, right? It's pretty crazy. All right, continuing on here. So, like I said, I got this athleisure, this gigantic athleisure, a little pair of Fabletics from this gal, and we're gonna get this all up. So I'm doing kind of an athleisure day today. And then after I get this done, I've got some I'm kind of excited about it. I'm going to speak it into the universe because I really, really want this to happen. I have something, anybody down to hear something that I'm hoping will happen? I'm not sure if it'll happen, but finger crossed emoji in the chat maybe. So I met this dude last summer when I was garage sailing, and he had a whole bunch of vintage toys. And I looked in his garage and I saw a bunch of old t-shirts and on racks. So I'm like, okay, this guy's obviously a reseller. And I was like, what do you got going on back there? And he says, I do vintage markets and I resell clothing. And I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. I said, I do the same thing. And he's like, oh, right on. He's like, do you do markets? I said, no, I do online. And I said, I'm also doing Whatnot. Now, this was last summer, like the beginning of maybe like April. So I'd only been on Whatnot for a few months. And I think I only had like, I don't know, maybe like 800 followers at the time. So I was like, no. I think, by the way, we just hit 4K on here. But so I was like super new to it. And I said, oh, I'm doing this auction site and, live auctions. And he's like, oh, that's cool. And I said, yeah, I'm just kind of starting to get started on it. And I said, would you mind if I snuck a peek at what you have in the garage? So I go back in his garage, y'all. It was racks and racks of vintage t-shirts, like everything you can imagine. Sports, pop culture, music, heavy prints, like everything was like 2003 and earlier. And I'm flipping through this and it's just like heat, fire, banger, every single one of them. And I was like, wow. I was like, you have a crazy collection here. Thanks, you guys. Y'all helped me get to this 4K. So you guys all, round of applause for all my friends on here. So I asked him, I said, what do you do with this stuff when you're not doing the markets? Right. Cause he only does the markets like a few months out of the year or something. And he says, oh, nothing. He says, I just wait, he's like, I don't like to do them when it's too hot out because then no one comes out. Cause we're in Texas. So you guys, it gets like 114 degrees here. No people ain't shopping. Or when it's really cold, when it drops below 60 degrees here, everyone here in Texas freaks out and it's like too cold for anything. And so I said, hey, this is like just a question. And this is what you always ask. When opportunity's knocking, you always ask, right? I said, hey, if you are ever interested in auctioning some of this stuff off live, I would be willing to auction these and then do like a split with you. I take a small percentage, you take a larger percentage. At the time, I didn't even know what percentage to ask. In fact, I had to ask Kayway what he did. This is like the first person I really talked to about this, about doing like a consignment-y kind of thing. And so he's like, okay. He's like, yeah. He's like, I might be interested. Let me get back with you in wintertime after I've done my summer ones and things calm down. So he messaged me during Christmas, and it's when my son was here. And I said, hey, I'm not doing any work right now. I said, I'll be back at it at the beginning of the year. He's like, great. I'd love to meet up and talk more about this auction and see if it's something that I can do, like meaning having me auction them for him. And so I'm meeting him today. Now, I'm speaking it into existence because I really want this to happen. I don't want to hype it up too much and then not have it happen. But if I'm able to do these shows with this stuff, it would be, and I spend insane amounts of hours on this app, and I follow a crazy amount of like t-shirt bros on here and what they sell. This collection he has would be up there in like the top tier version of what you can get. Mel, everything. It's vintage band t-shirts, vintage every kind of pulp culture you can imagine. Think any cartoon. Think anime, music, sports, Like it was a ton. Now I don't know how much of it he has left. I don't. I got nothing. I don't know what he wants to sell them for. I don't know anything. All I know is that I get to go see this collection today and thumb through it. And we're just going to pray that he wants to do this, because if he does, it would allow us to be able to like get out to y'all the craziest t-shirt pieces that I've ever seen. I've never seen a collection like this. And I've seen a lot of collections. I mean, I've bought resellers out. We bought out a $1,300 unit, or a reseller's whole business last summer. So, but would be the craziest I've ever seen. So we'll see. Yeah, it is whatnot worthy, as long I would just have to start it at an appropriate price. So obviously I wouldn't be able to do like dollar starts, but I'd start it at an appropriate price. And basically what I would ask him is like, what is the lowest you take for this? And if we do a show and he's got 100 pieces and we only sell 20 of them, and we only sell 20 of them, and then we can run them again, because it always depends on like who's in the room. But it'll give people a chance to like get these t-shirts at like a lower price than if they were just to go to like obviously like a store or something like that. So it'll be interesting. Charity, you know what I like. Yeah, Riz, I'll keep my eyes out for you for sure. So I know, Snap, it's like so many band t-shirts. Oh my God, it would be so crazy. So yeah, I'm really excited. So thanks for the prayers and well wishes, you guys. I get to go check it out today. So we're gonna hope that it's what I think. Was this one of your live garage sale days? Yes. Just one more chapter. It was. This is the dude we got that giant robot from. Do you guys remember that big robot thing that we bought? We bought some games from him. I bought a Viewmaster from him. Yeah, it's that guy. It's the guy that I met when we were garage sailing. So I'll be headed up north back into like Austin today to go meet with him. So fortune's in the follow-up. It's someone that so I have a binder in my office of like people I've connected with to like reconnect with them. And it's so cool when you guys have been doing this long enough. When you've been doing reselling steadily for a couple years, it's really cool because you make connections, right? Like some of you guys are doing consignments with us. Some of y'all that are on here today are doing consignments with us. And we've met through here, or we met on social media, or we met through another reseller. Then I've got like Connie, whose stuff I'm hanging up today. I got all of this stuff from her because she had athleisure, and I messaged her. We connected on Facebook. I got two. Oh my God, you guys. I forgot to tell you about this. Oh my God, I got a lot of clothing. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God, I got a lot of clothing on Friday. Because yes, I haven't been on live yet. Oh my God, I got a lot of clothing on Friday from this guy. I went through it this weekend. Oh my God. There is like the most limited edition, like artist t-shirts. Like there's this brand called Ass Pizza. I know y'all are like, what? And they do just look it up. You can look up how much these t-shirts are on eBay. It's ASS Pizza. You can look this up. They go anywhere between like $60 to like $180 for these t-shirts. There's band t-shirts, vintage band t-shirts like him and all these other like hardcore metal bands. There's Rag and Bone. That's where I got this piece. Was this Rag and Bone piece, which is like probably $130 jacket somewhere in there. Got that. I got tons of Carhartt, which I'm going to run a whole bunch of Carhartt. I got a show coming up in a couple weeks. We're going to do a ton of Carhartt if you guys like Carhartt. So I got Carhartt. I got, I mean, I can't even explain. It's so much stuff. It's just shirt after shirt after banger after banger after banger. You guys probably saw the wrestling one I put up. I got a vintage WWF wrestling shirt. This business is so dependent upon making connections. Now, how I got this lot was I met a guy on Facebook who was looking to get rid of some clothing. I messaged him. I drove up to Austin. I bought a lot from him. I got a whole bunch of Ozzy Osbourne shirts right before Ozzy died, which was like RIP to Ozzy, and crazy value, right? I still have a jacket that is like, I probably wind up getting like $300 for it. It's an Ozzy Osbourne Vans collab vintage Black Sabbath snap up jacket. Anyways, so I met with him. I got the lot. He then connected with me and said, hey, I'm going to be going out of town. I've got some more clothes. Are you interested? He came here. I met with him. I bought some clothes. He said, hey, I've got a friend of mine that's looking to get rid of some clothes. Can I give him your number? I said, yes. So he gave him my number. That guy contacted me. That guy brought stuff by. He brought his girlfriend with him. His girlfriend asked if I like 1990s women's clothes. I said, yes. So now I'm following up with him so that I can buy his girlfriend's 1990s jeans and stuff. So it's all about those little connections. I know sometimes it's hard to put ourselves out there, and I know sometimes it's like nerve-wracking to just ask, but you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? And I know what it's like to have anxiety. I know what it's like to feel anxious. And I know what it's like to put yourself out there and just ask those questions, but just ask. Like, hey, do you have any old stuff you're looking to get rid of? Like, I pay cash for clothing. Or, hey, do you have any old decor you're looking to get rid of? I pay cash for decor. Like, whatever you guys sell. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. My mom always would say this too. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst case scenario, right? And you speak it into the existence. They look at me like I'm insane. They tell me they hate resellers, that I'm garbage, and that nobody's going to want my stuff, and that I'm like a total loser. That's like the worst that can happen, right? Is they can say no and say those things. Well, that's okay. I've had people say much worse things to me in my life. And so what's the best case scenario? You can make crazy connections. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there. I know it can be really really scary, but it's always worth it. I'm crossing everything for you. I know I am too. Thank you so much. Just one more chapter. What do you think is a fair consignment split? Okay, so Kim, here's what I do. I got this from K-Way. It's okay to be a copycat as long as you copy the right cat. I love K-Way. Y'all know that. And so one of the things that I always take from him is if he's doing something and it's working out, it's probably gonna work out for me too, right? So I do a 70-30 split. So when I do consignments for Whatnot, so if I run a shirt on Whatnot, the person gets 70%, I take 30%. Now, we take out the fees first, obviously, and if there's any like shipping overages, we'll take that out first. And then whatever the net is, I take 30, they take 70. I think that is fair personally. That's what Kaylee does, and I think that's fair. If I take it and I list it online, I do a 50-50 split. And the reason I do that is because it takes me time to do that. And then of course that's 50-50 after the fees and everything. So that's like final value. So if the final value is $21 after the shipping is out and everything is out, then I would do 50-50 on that. And I think that's fair too. So that's what I do. I know, how dare you forget? Yeah. Ask Pizza, only you would know. I know weird brands because I'm just interested in them. I love little weird brands that people have started. I especially like, I'm really into like streetwear look from like Brooklyn and New York. There's some amazing like just street designers that do like the craziest stuff, and you can find that stuff for like inexpensive prices, especially like even online when they're first getting started, and then it winds up having so much value, and you're helping support like an artist, which I'm all about that. So you are so welcome. I hope that helps you. 1350, happy to see you as well. Okay, next thing we've got here is a sweater. Now this is going to be, this is old. This is dead stock. Oh yeah, this is dead stock. So look at this label. First of all, number one, with the old Macy's on the back. This is a Joseph A. And this is a silk viscose nylon blend. Old label there. And it's got a little bit of pilling on it, but I'll be able to get that off. So this is what is called dead stock. Now, when you come across an item, this is what I get this question a lot. What is dead stock? Should I put that in my title? Yes. Should I put it in my description? Yes. Should I put it into my themes on the Bay through Nifty and on the Depoppers? Yes. So dead stock is when you have an item that you can no longer get from the original manufacturer. So Joseph A is no longer making this cardigan, right? You cannot buy this online. You can't get it anywhere. And it's brand new with the original tags on it. So this is the original tag, brand new, dead stock. You cannot get it anymore. DEADSTOCK, and that is one word. Imperative that you put that up on your titles and your descriptions. Get it everywhere you can, because if somebody types in AI is real smart these days, and it didn't used to be like this when it was just dependent upon SEOs, which is search engine optimization, meaning mainly it went more off of like hashtags and categories. It's kind of like the older, like think like 2019ish. When hashtags were like, oh, I got a hashtag everything, So the way hashtags would work is that would allow someone to find that. Oh, I got a Supreme hoodie too. I'm really excited about from that person. Side note. Um, so uh the way that it used to work was it went by hashtags and it went by like categories. Now it thinks bigger. So it thinks like connection. Let me give you an instance. This is a fan, right? Back in the day, it would be just a fan, categories as a fan, hashtag stay cool, hashtag uh whatever, electronics. Now, this is what AI does. That's a fan, and someone that uses a fan is somebody that probably gets hot. Somebody that gets hot likes clothing that's more dry fit or moisture wicking because it keeps them dry. Someone that's that likes moisture wicking probably lives in a hot climate or vacations a lot. So now I'm getting advertised things about vacations, or I'm getting advertised shorts and sandals because AI knows that I'm someone that likes to stay cool because I purchased this fan or I talked about this fan. And so when you do dead stock and you use that word dead stock, if someone is looking up online like brand new Nike hoodie, right? AI knows that dead stock means brand new. And so it is going to beeline those people into your listing, and your listing is more likely to show up on a Google search if you've got that in there. Like the word new is fine. There's nothing wrong with putting new in the just down in the description, but that dead stock word is huge, especially if someone's looking for like new old stock. NOS is how everyone used to write it. People don't do that as much. Now you can put NOS down in your description, but not everyone knows what that is. If it's someone that likes older clothing and they like vintage clothing, they know what the word dead stock means. Y'all know what the word banger means, right? 2 years ago, no one knew what the word banger was because it wasn't something people said. Now everybody says it, or that's fire, or that's got Riz, or whatever, like any of those little sayings. People, and especially in the younger generation that are looking for older vintage clothing because the stuff they can get now is like more garbagey, they know what dead stock means. So put that in your listings, and I hope that that works. I have that fan at Rocks. You know who this is from? This is actually from Diz. So Dizzy, are you in here this morning? Dizzy sent me this because she knows I overheat so badly. What I've also been using it for though is like if I like want to like take a little spot out of something. Let's say that there's a little spot here, and I use a baby wipe to get the spot out. It leaves a wet spot, so then I use my little fan to dry it. So it's got multiple uses. When Isaiah was here, he used it to cool down his computer. So it has gotten much use. So stick what's going in. Little Donna, hello, my friend. Vintage Loves Company is here. Mickles and Dimes, what a great name. Love that. You're so welcome. I hope that helps. Kim Spires says, keep going. My first few were like that too. It really takes time when you start seeing more activity. Yeah, it does. It takes time. Double D in the house. Dude, Double D, your freaking video killed me. If y'all don't follow Double D Treasure Barn over on social media, she put up a video the other day, and they were doing a whatnot show. I'm assuming you're in the middle of a show, and one of her people like tripped in the middle of the show. It was like do, 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 and it was like this absolute everyone's okay, but it was this absolute comical moment, and it totally reminded me of that show that I did when I tripped over my telic and over the this thing here. I tripped over this and like everything went flying, or the time that the clothing rack fell and like broke in the middle of a show. I love it real life. So yeah, Mickles, you'll get there, baby. I'm telling you, you got to do so many of these shows to make them successful. When someone asks me, just found you on YouTube last night. Oh, fantastic. Welcome to the Nice Comps crew. Yarg. Christian Main, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, guys, we have had shows where we've done really, really well, and we've had shows where we have bombed. Like we did a show, and I think I worked so hard preparing that show, and I think we made, after the fees and everything, I think we made $21 for like an hour and a half show. And I was like, okay, that's okay. we'll not do that again. So it just happens. You just got to keep going. It takes time. Nice little Nike hoodie. Yeah, it just takes time to get all that going on. You'll get better. I promise. More people will show up. But when people ask me if they should start doing whatnot, you guys know I'm like a brutally honest person. It's something with my spicy brain. I just say it like it is, and sometimes people want to hear it, and sometimes they don't. But um, I always say this. I say, look, anyone can do whatnot, right? And I truly believe in life, you should always give things a try. Heck, give it a couple tries. But if you don't like it and you stop doing it, you are not a failure. It just isn't right for you. I went to the Goodwill bins for the first time. I don't know that that's for me, but other people love it. So is it me that's bad? Nope. It just might not be for me. Poshi. I don't sell a whole lot of stuff over there. Once in a while we do. Poshmark just kind of pisses me off for some reason. But I still dabble a little bit. I don't make a ton of money, but there's people that make hundreds of thousands of dollars every year selling on Poshmark. So I think it's just the poster show. Oh my God, the poster show. Dude, we ate it so hard. We had a poster show, you guys. I think we spent like $86 in shipping. In fact, just one more chapter, you might remember. I don't know if I remember. Did we go negative in that show? I think we did. I think we went like negative $30 or something in that show. Negative $30 on that show because we did the shipping totally wrong. Hey, it's what's gonna happen is what's gonna happen, right? What are you gonna do? Like, it is what it is. Like, yeah, banger posters, super fire, amazing, negative. I mean, so just keep going. If you do it though, and you don't like it, whatnot is not gonna hold you hostage, and you don't have to keep doing it. It's okay to try something and not love it and not do it again, right? I did this and I realized I love it. It feeds my soul. It makes me happy. I was just chatting with my favorite teacher from when I was in high school. So I was the lead for all the plays in middle school and high school until they started doing musicals, and I can't sing, so I didn't do those. But I always because I'm not afraid to embarrass myself. And so I would do things on stage, or I would take on the roles that other people didn't want to take on because they were like gross or like not flattering. I would do those because I thought they were fun and they were a challenge. But I was talking to him about this weekend, and greatest teacher I ever had. And I was telling him, I was just thanking him. I said, Mr. Chappell, I just want to thank you so much for all your direction with drama and all that. It's helped me to do what I'm doing right now, which is like so kind of like that. I'm kind of putting on a play all the time. You guys know I love dressing up and I love doing all those kind of things. And it feeds my soul. And it's something I realized that I was missing in my life, but didn't know I was missing it. And so I love this. I will do this. I'll never stop doing whatnot. I will ride this app or whatever it evolves into forever. But it doesn't have to be like that for everyone. I hate listing online. Y'all, I don't like doing it. I do it because it makes me money. I like photographing. I don't mind the photographing. I love the sourcing. I love talking about it. I love getting it, making the money. I love getting it shipped out to somebody. I don't like the shipping. Justin does that. But sitting down in front of the computer is like, I have to make myself do it. I put on my Focus Keeper app and I make myself sit there for an hour and do it. So maybe I'm going to try to do whatnot all the time, right? But maybe you're like, I like doing the listings. I enjoy sitting there and I really like doing it. I like the computer work. I like all of that. Does that mean I'm bad? No, it just means that I like this better. So for those of you guys that are thinking about doing whatnot, give it a try. AZ in the house. AZ, I love tacos and yard sales too. Now you're speaking my language. This is, guys, if you are following AZ, Arizona, I tried to tag you on a post over on TikTok and I cannot tag you for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe you have something in your settings, like people cannot tag you or something. Like it would let me tag Mrs. Arizona. But anyways, side note, make sure you guys follow AZ. He's freaking fantastic and he has really great shows on here. And he's just a cool guy. We love AZ. But give it a try. If you don't like it though, that's okay. It is a grind. I'm not going to lie. It is a grind. Whatnot's a grind. You have to be willing to go on here live all the time. You got to be willing to take losses on shows. You got to be willing to, you need to be able to chatter. Now, you don't have to be crazy and spazzy like me. I look at my friend Tribid. Do you guys know Tribid? TRI-BID. Amazing seller on here. We love Tribid. She's like the chillest person I know. She's like, she talks kind of about like this, and she's like, look at this item, and this is this, and got this, it's this, guys, and it's this, and it's got that. Super honest seller, really cool chick. I love her. I go into her shows all the time. They've sold like 100,000 items on Whatnot or something crazy like that. She's calm. You don't have to be like crazy. It's not about your personality, right? It's just you have to be willing to want to engage with other people, and you have to be willing to go through the grind. If you're not willing to go through the grind, Whatnot might not be right for you. And that's just how I feel about that. If you guys are leaving comments, for some reason the comments are stuck, I've been having issues with this. Can somebody comment like here or just something down below? And if I don't see that, it'll just mean that the chat is frozen, and I will just leave and come back real quick. I'm assuming the chat is frozen. Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. Cool ace. Okay, all right. I wasn't sure. So this has been happening to people. Thank you, guys. This has been happening to people for like the last week and a half where the chat just freezes. We've had it happen on 2 of our shows now. Okay, next up here, we've got another grandma. We got another grandma. So this says grandma, 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 another word for love with like patchwork and embroidery. Tell me that's not the cutest thing you've ever seen. Oh my God, I'm in love with this. Oh, look at that old tag. Oh, it's so great. And this is poly cotton, but this is like the original poly. When you see polyester now, it's usually like a polyester acetate, which is not polyester. Well, it is, but it's not. It's not the same. So I don't mind seeing polyester on older clothing. On newer clothing, I get a little scritchly on that. Next one we've got here is a GB. This is a little loop tag, so a little bit older. Nice little sweater. Nice little sweater. Nothing fancy. Just this stuff sometimes is just great little bread and butters. Like it doesn't have to be anything too crazy. This is like a nice little conservative Henley, little minimalist, little career core. Nothing fancy, but just kind of little bread and buttery. So I got that one there. Then what we got next here? We've got another Texas sweatshirt. Ooh, this is an old Russell. Look at that old Russell tag. Old Russell Athletic XL, made in the USA. Let's freaking go. With the Texas logo on the front. I am in Longhorns country, and so I find a lot of Texas Longhorn stuff here and a lot of Texas Bobcat stuff. Now, the Bobcat stuff doesn't sell as well. There's not as big of a market for it. I'll still pick it up if it's inexpensive and if it's older. The newer stuff, unless it's something I know I can sell on Facebook, like I picked up a Bobcats cooler a couple weeks ago. I sold that here for like $15. I got it for $1 at a garage sale. So I don't mind getting those if I'm going to do a little local sales. But what is your guys' favorite university to sell? Renee, good to see you, my friend. Does anybody else in here do like university stuff? I love selling college stuff. So this is a really expensive skirt suit that I got for $1. Now there's another one of these at the thrift store, but they wanted 10 for it. And I have so much stuff right now that I was like, I'm just going to let it pass and wait for dollar days. This is a brand. It's an unassuming brand. It's not one that you would see and think is worth tons of money. But they're really expensive. This suit's probably like $128. This is an Evan Picone. There is your tag. And this is a women's career core. Career core has been doing really, really well for me. Here's my thought, especially my vintage pieces or my Y2K pieces. Career core kind of is the first thing that really got hit hard with the like bad materials. Like they started getting like really cheap with like, I mean, it's not the first, obviously Nobo and brands like that got hit first. But a lot of the career core stuff that they make now just doesn't wash well and it doesn't dry clean well. And so because of that, people are looking for older suits or they're looking for really high end brands. And so I have been selling a ton of this stuff because I think because they're looking for older stuff because they know that it will wash and wear. So that is my thought on why Career Core has been doing really well. I've been giving it a lot of thought the last like couple weeks because I have sold. I can't even keep like women's business suits in my store right now. They're selling so quickly, and I don't know if it's just the brands I have or it's just what's happening. But all my career stuff, all my corp core stuff has been selling like crazy. Of course, if you're using your master keywords list, which is this, everybody that's in here probably knows about this. If you don't, there is a whole section on here. In fact, make sure you guys look for your emails because I'm going to be updating this list today we're putting secretary in with the career core stuff, like secretary for secretary dresses. Like I would put secretary on this as well. But anyways, it's been doing really well. So don't hesitate to look in that career section and the corporate section. And then men's blazers. Man, we have shipped out a blazer every time we've shipped. So I think maybe, that's weird too, because it's a section I used to really, really super skip when I was at the thrift store. I just didn't know about it. And I started learning about it, especially watching like Surf's Up Finds. You guys know, who in here knows Surf? Does anybody in here watch Surf? Penn State I've sold. Penn State, PSG I've sold Penn State too. Ohio, yeah, creds. I got a vintage Ohio shirt recently. We're going to be running. Actually, I have an Ohio shirt we're going to be running on one of our whatnots, a little vintage piece. So Renee, good to see you. Yeah, you guys follow Surfs. Yeah, I sell Surf. Yeah, Surf's Up Finds. If you guys aren't following him, I would. He is a great person to learn from when it comes to men's shirts, suits, and ties. I mean, he also does regular men's, just, button ups and polos and golf stuff. But I've learned a ton from him about suits. Like we just ran a Zegna tie the other day on whatnot. Someone's going to clean up on that, but we ran a Zegna tie on that. And before him, I'd never heard of Zegna. I'd never heard of Brioni. I didn't know what Laurel Piani was. I didn't know what any of that was. And he has really taught me. Let me get him tagged here. And you can find him kind of everywhere. You can find him. He does whatnot shows from time to time. He also is over on TikTok, Instagram, and on YouTube. So make sure you guys subscribe to him. I have learned, the amount of stuff I've learned from him is so great. And his brain thinks like me. He's kind of like a quick talker, quick thinker. Probably has some ADD, I would assume. So got a little something in there. But he's great to learn from. Awesome Finds, good to see you, my friend. Awesome Finds is awesome. Yeah, so guys, give him a follow if you guys want to learn from other people. All right, next up this was a piece that Isaiah, my son, we went thrifting when he was here, and he told me to pick this up. Now, this is a brand I had never heard of before, and it doesn't always do crazy, but it depends on the print. Let me get this there's like a little piece of plastic in here. Let's get this out. It depends on the print. So this is a brand called Hoonigan, little streetwear brand. This will 100% sell on Depop is where this will sell. But just based on this here, I believe this is glow in the dark, which makes this really cool. So this is a little Hoonigan. They're 100% cotton, printed in the USA for that. So I would guess this is probably like a $25 or something like that probably. So I picked it up for $2.99, I think. So get a little one. And then next up, we've got, this is kind of a neat little piece to find. This is originally this was $198. $198. J. Crew. This is a wool, 100% wool with a poly spandex inside, but 100% wool on the outside. And I picked this up, you guys, for $1. I picked this up for $1 at the thrift store. I could not believe. Is this one of the things? I think this is one of the ones I got for. No. Just kidding. I got this at the Salvation Army for a 50% off day. So they wanted $14.99 for it. I picked it up for $7. That's right. I picked this up for $7. So, but J. Crew, I mean, J. Crew is a no-brainer for me. J. Crew always sells for me. It's one of my little bread and butter brands, like J. Crew, Ralph Lauren. I'm trying to think of what else. Obviously Nike, Brooks Brothers. I sell a lot of Brooks Brothers. Those are like my kind of like breads and butters that if I get them, I always know they're going to sell. A lot of people said they have a hard time selling Ralph Lauren, which is crazy to me. I literally sell, I bet you right now, if I go in, I have a piece of Ralph Lauren somewhere. Let's take a look. Oh, there's a Brooks Brothers. So just sold a Brooks Brothers shirt. If Justin already shipped, I won't be able to see this, but oh my God, you can't make it up. Is that a, can't make it up. That is oh no, this was the USS Polo ASSN, which I don't usually pick up, but I could not pass up that pocket. But same thing, Ralph Lauren. I mean, this is a, not only does Ralph Lauren sell, but Ralph Lauren wannabe sells. And normally I don't pick up this brand. This is like the I wannabe Ralph Lauren brand version, but with that pocket, I picked them up for $1. They sold for $20. I was like, ooh, FedEx is here. Something's coming. Famous Freak, welcome in. Vikia, welcome in. AE jeans, yes. Those sell like crazy. BKE jeans sell for me well. There's just all those little breads and butter brands that are so great. Chrissy, good to see you. Ellie, good to see you as well. And MST, Special Treasures, good to see you. Okay, you guys, that is me. I'm going to do my photographing here after I get myself a little lunchies before I go see that today. So what do we got going on this week? Number one, we've got, let's take a look here. Where's my phone? Let's take a gander and I'll let you guys know what is happening this week. Okay, so we've got tomorrow night, actually, we've got a luxury, expensive, rich designer stuff. It is, I think probably 70% of it is new with tags. Great brands, wonderful. We've got some bougie brands. We've got some bread and butter brands, just really nice stuff. So that's going to be tomorrow. It'll also be max shipping. So you guys won't pay any more than $9.21 for the whole night. We've got giveaways. We'll be doing some giveaways tomorrow. We do giveaways the whole show now. So you guys will be able to win some stuff. And then on the 22nd of this week, which is, what is the 22nd this week, guys? What day of the week is that? I'm not sure what day of the week that is, but somebody will tell me here. What's up, Bridgetown? Good to see you. We've got that vintage clear out. So this is that estate vintage clear out. We still have boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff. We came across tons of jewelry last week. We got decor, clothing. I don't even know what's going to be there. It just depends on what is in the box. We just open a box and that's what it is. And then next week, we've got our reseller support show on Monday. And then we've got two cool shows next week. We've got a vintage plush show. So I'm going to wear pajamas. And this one's going to be a little bit later in the evening too. We're doing kind of more of a later evening one. We're going to dress up in pajamas. We're going to drink cocoa or tea. We're going to sit in front of the fire. We're going to cuddle up with a bunch of plush. And a lot of it, I think, is most of it's vintage. And we're going to do vintage plush. And then on the next day, we are doing vintage clothing. And that's going to be $2 starts. And it is 80s and 90s clothing, men's and women's. So make sure you guys get in there and get all of our shows bookmarked so you don't miss out. Other than that, that's going to be it for the day. Thanks you guys so much for doing your sponsored giveaways. Y'all will get up here on the board and on the TV. So we'll be running those all week. And then also, thank you so much. Who is it that we had that got the kids a treat? Solid State. Thank you again so much for the treat for the kids. I appreciate that. And that was amazing. So, all right, you guys, it's going to be a fun week. Have a blessed, amazing day. I hope you guys kill it. Keep your fingers crossed for me that vintage haul winds up being great. And then if you guys don't mind, let's get in here. And then You can let everyone know you are part of the Nice Comps crew because if you're in here, you're family, and that's just the way it is. Yeah, you too, my friend. We're gonna raid somebody. If you guys don't mind staying for just a second over there, so I don't look like I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, this is Tribid. This is the person I was telling you about. Y'all, if you're thinking about doing whatnot and you're not like crazy high nuts like me, and you want to see someone that's just gonna do them kind of slow and cool, we love this chick. So give her a look, and we'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody. Love y'all.